Picture living a life where stress, negativity, and chaos no longer control you, where your inner calm remains unshakable no matter what happens. Sounds incredible, right? In this video, we'll explore 7 life-changing Buddhist teachings designed to help you master peace of mind, rise above criticism, and handle life's challenges with strength and clarity. As Buddha wisely taught, true peace is found within, not outside. Stay tuned as we uncover how to build your own unbreakable inner sanctuary. 1. The power of words. In Buddhism, we are reminded that words only carry the weight we allow them to. Think of it like this. When someone throws a stone into a clear lake, ripples form across the surface, but soon the water returns to perfect stillness. In the same way, when someone directs hurtful words or criticism at us, it may disturb us for a moment, but we have the choice to let the disturbance fade and return to our natural calm. Clinging to anger or resentment is like holding fire in your own hands. It burns you, not the one who spoke the words. Often, insults are reflections of another person's inner struggles, fears, or pain, rather than a true reflection of who we are. When we recognize this truth, we stop taking their negativity personally. Instead of responding with anger, we can respond with compassion, realizing that their harsh words are a mirror of their suffering. By practicing this awareness, we free ourselves from being controlled by others' emotions. Like the lake that always returns to stillness, our inner peace remains untouched, steady, and strong, no matter what words are spoken against us. 2. Turning envy into inspiration. Buddhism teaches us that envy is not an enemy to fight against, but an energy we can transform. When we see someone with success, talent, or qualities we admire, we have 2 choices: feel jealous and shrink within ourselves, or let their example inspire us to grow. The Buddha advised, "Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but out of admiration, adopt them yourself." This shift in mindset is powerful. Instead of comparing ourselves negatively, we can celebrate others' achievements as proof of what is possible. Their discipline, kindness, or accomplishments can serve as blueprints for our own journey. By turning envy into emulation, we free ourselves from bitterness and self-doubt. Every success story becomes motivation, every admired quality a lesson. In this way, envy no longer drains us. It uplifts us, guiding us toward our own path of growth and fulfillment. 3. Finding a teacher in everyone. One of the most transformative Buddhist lessons is to see every person we meet as a teacher. Each encounter, whether filled with kindness, love, or even conflict, carries wisdom that can help us grow. As the Buddha explained, when watching after yourself, you watch after others. When watching after others, you watch after yourself. This perspective shifts how we experience daily life. Instead of reacting with frustration when someone is rude or difficult, we can ask, "What can I learn here?" Maybe it's patience, forgiveness, or the strength to stay calm in the face of negativity. Joyful encounters also teach us, reminding us of gratitude, compassion, and the beauty of connection. By treating everyone as a guide, we open ourselves to constant growth. Every moment becomes a lesson, every challenge a teacher. With this mindset, we remain balanced, resilient, and deeply rooted in inner peace. 4. Unshakable inner strength. Buddhism reminds us of a powerful truth. No one can truly harm us unless we give them permission. While people's actions or words may seem painful, the real impact depends on how we choose to respond. As the Buddha wisely said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can, and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." Think of a mighty oak tree during a storm. The wind may howl and the branches may sway, but the tree's deep roots keep it standing strong. In the same way, when we nurture inner strength and clarity, we may feel life's pressures, but we don't collapse under them. Our resilience becomes our greatest shield. This principle calls us to stop giving away our power by blaming others for our suffering. Instead, we turn inward, taking full responsibility for our peace of mind. Through mindfulness, meditation, and conscious self-reflection, we create a steady foundation that no insult, betrayal, or hardship can shake. When we embrace this truth, we gain freedom, the freedom to rise above negativity, to choose peace over anger, and to meet challenges without losing balance. By remembering that others cannot truly hurt us, without our consent, we step into a life of empowerment, serenity, and unbreakable inner strength. 5. Aligning with the flow of nature. One of the most powerful yet often forgotten Buddhist teachings is the wisdom of aligning our lives with the natural world. Nature is not just the backdrop of our existence, it is our greatest teacher. From the rising of the sun to the phases of the moon, from the growth of a seed to the falling of autumn leaves, every part of nature reflects the deeper truths of life. The Buddha reminded us that just as fire is essential for a candle to burn, spiritual harmony is essential for humans to truly live. When we look closely at nature, we see that everything moves in cycles: birth, growth, death, and renewal. The seasons reveal this clearly. Spring brings beginnings, summer brings abundance, autumn teaches release, and winter reminds us of stillness and rest. By learning from these cycles, we understand that change is not something to fear, but a natural rhythm to flow with. When we fight against this rhythm, we suffer. But when we live in harmony with it, we experience balance, resilience, and peace. Practical ways to align with nature include rising earlier to greet the day, creating moments of rest as the sun sets, and nourishing our bodies with foods that are fresh and natural. Time outdoors, whether walking barefoot on grass, breathing deeply in the forest, or listening to the waves of the ocean, grounds us and calms the mind. These practices reduce stress, strengthen our health, and bring us back to our true essence. Living with nature also means honoring and protecting it. When we care for the earth, we create harmony within ourselves because we are inseparable from the world around us. By simplifying our lives and tuning into nature's wisdom, we free ourselves from the artificial stresses of modern living. Nature teaches us to let go, to adapt, and to find strength in simplicity. When we embrace this truth, we cultivate serenity, clarity, and an unshakable connection to life itself. 6. Trust the process and release control. One of the deepest teachings in Buddhism is the art of letting go. At its core, it reminds us that suffering often arises not from what happens to us, but from how tightly we cling to outcomes, people, or expectations. The Buddha taught, the root of suffering is attachment. In simple terms, this means the more we insist life must unfold exactly as we demand, the more we set ourselves up for disappointment, stress, and inner turmoil. To trust the process is to loosen that grip. It doesn't mean we stop striving, dreaming, or working hard for what we want. It means we give our best effort, while releasing the illusion that we can control everything. Life has its own rhythm, and by aligning with it instead of resisting, we discover a sense of peace and clarity that cannot be shaken. Imagine standing in a river. If you fight against the current, you tire yourself out, thrashing with little progress. But if you trust the water and move with the flow, you travel farther, faster, and with ease. Life works in the same way. Resistance drains us, while acceptance carries us forward. Letting go in relationships. Nowhere is this principle more important than in our relationships. Many of us unconsciously try to mold others to fit our expectations, how they should act, speak, or love us. This control often leads to tension and conflict because no one can live inside another's blueprint. When we let go, we begin to see people as they truly are, not as who we want them to be. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior. It means allowing relationships to grow naturally without forcing them into a box. Acceptance creates space for genuine connection, trust, and mutual respect. When we stop clinging to rigid expectations, we free both ourselves and others, creating relationships rooted in authenticity instead of control, letting go in career and success. The desire to control often shows up in our pursuit of success. We set goals, and when life doesn't unfold according to plan, when promotions fall through, businesses struggle, or setbacks appear, we label it as failure. But Buddhism teaches that every detour is also part of the path. Trusting the process in our careers means realizing that obstacles are often hidden opportunities. What looks like rejection today may guide us toward a more meaningful purpose tomorrow. By letting go of rigid timelines or fixed definitions of success, we become more adaptable, creative, and open to possibilities we would have missed otherwise. True growth comes not from forcing outcomes, but from flowing with life's unfolding journey. Letting go in times of challenge. Life inevitably brings moments of hardship, illness, loss, sudden changes. These situations test our need for control the most. The instinct is to resist, to demand that life return to normal. But often, peace comes when we accept reality as it is and find new ways to move forward. For example, someone facing a chronic illness might struggle with frustration and grief. Yet by embracing their situation rather than fighting against it, they can discover new ways of living fully, whether through mindful practices, creative outlets, or simply cherishing each day more deeply. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means finding strength in adaptability, living in the present. Trusting the process is also about returning to the present moment. When we obsess over controlling the future, we miss the beauty unfolding right now. A quiet sunrise, the laughter of a friend, the peace of a mindful breath. By loosening our grip on what might happen, we open ourselves to what is happening. This present moment awareness is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. It reminds us that peace is not waiting at the end of a goal. It's available here, in this breath, if we are willing to let go of our restless need for certainty. Cultivating patience and faith. Letting go requires patience. Life does not unfold on our schedule. Trusting the process means believing that each season of life, whether full of growth or stillness, has its purpose. Sometimes waiting is necessary for transformation. A seed doesn't bloom into a flower overnight, and neither do we. It also requires faith, not blind faith in luck, but confidence that whatever comes, we will have the wisdom and resilience to meet it. When we release control, we stop fearing the unknown. We begin to trust not only the process of life, but also ourselves. The ongoing practice of non-attachment. Letting go is not something we do once and forget. It's a daily, sometimes moment-to-moment practice. Whenever we catch ourselves clinging, whether to an outcome, a person, or even an idea, we can pause, breathe, and remind ourselves, peace is found in release, not in control. The Buddha said, "You only lose what you cling to." Non-attachment doesn't mean we stop caring. It means we engage with life fully, but without the chains of needing everything to go our way. We love deeply without trying to possess. We work passionately without obsessing over results. And we live with purpose without fearing change. The freedom of letting go. When we embrace this principle, something shifts. We begin to feel lighter, freer, and more resilient. Disappointments lose their power to crush us. Uncertainty becomes less frightening. And peace is no longer dependent on the outside world, but cultivated from within. Trusting the process and letting go of control is ultimately about freedom. The freedom to live fully in each moment, to love without fear, to grow without resistance, and to find calm even in chaos. It is faith in life's unfolding and trust in our own ability to walk through whatever comes with grace. When we stop clinging and start flowing, we discover that peace has been within us all along. 7. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most profound yet often overlooked practices in Buddhism. It is not simply about saying thank you, but about reshaping the way we view our lives. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what is missing to what is already present. Instead of dwelling on problems, setbacks, or what we don't have, we choose to see the blessings, opportunities, and support that surround us. This simple shift in perspective can completely transform our emotional and spiritual well-being. The Buddha reminded us of this truth with the words, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little." This teaching reminds us that there is always something to appreciate, no matter how small. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulties, but it gives us the strength to face them with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Why gratitude changes everything. Gratitude is more than a pleasant feeling. It is a powerful tool for resilience. Modern psychology and ancient Buddhist wisdom agree. When we focus on what we are thankful for, our minds naturally grow calmer, stronger, and more positive. Gratitude helps us avoid getting trapped in cycles of comparison, envy, and dissatisfaction. Imagine two people facing the same situation. One sees only what is lacking, while the other notices even the smallest blessings. Who is more likely to feel peace? Gratitude doesn't change external circumstances, but it changes the lens through which we see them. That new perspective alters everything. Gratitude in daily life. The beauty of gratitude lies in its simplicity. It does not require wealth, status, or special conditions, only awareness. When we pay attention, we realize how many gifts already surround us. It might be the warmth of the sun on your face, the laughter of a child, a shared meal with a loved one, or even the quiet breath that sustains your life in this moment. These seemingly ordinary experiences become extraordinary when we learn to appreciate them. Gratitude reveals the richness of everyday life, transforming the mundane into something sacred. Gratitude in relationships. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is how it transforms our relationships. When we express appreciation to others, we strengthen bonds of trust, kindness, and respect. A simple thank you to a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger can create ripples of positivity that go far beyond the moment. When we acknowledge the good in others, they feel valued, and we, in turn, deepen our own sense of connection. Instead of focusing on flaws or disappointments, gratitude helps us see people's efforts, love, and kindness. This perspective builds harmony and mutual respect, reducing conflict and nurturing compassion. Practical ways to cultivate gratitude. Gratitude becomes more powerful when practiced intentionally. Here are a few ways to weave it into daily life. Gratitude journaling. Each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for. Over time, this trains your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Mindful reflection. Take a few moments in meditation or prayer to reflect on the blessings of the day, big or small. Express appreciation. Thank someone daily, whether it's a family member, friend, or even yourself. Spoken gratitude reinforces connection. Mindful observation. Pay attention to details around you, the colors of the sky, the sound of rain, or the kindness of a stranger. Small observations ground us in the present. Acts of kindness. Gratitude grows when shared. Doing something kind for others not only helps them, but reinforces your own sense of abundance. These practices don't require extra time or effort, they require presence. The more we practice, the more natural gratitude becomes, until it flows effortlessly through our lives. Gratitude as a shield in hard times. Gratitude shines brightest in moments of difficulty. When life challenges us with illness, loss, or unexpected changes, it is easy to fall into despair. Yet even then, gratitude can offer comfort. By focusing on what remains, supportive relationships, lessons learned, or even the resilience we develop, we find hope in the darkest of times. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. Gratitude coexists with struggle. It reminds us that even in suffering, beauty and meaning can still be found. In this way, gratitude becomes an anchor, steadying us when life feels overwhelming. The ripple effect of gratitude. Gratitude doesn't just benefit us individually, it creates a ripple effect that touches everyone around us. A grateful person radiates positivity, lifting the energy of family, friends, and communities. Imagine a world where more people chose gratitude over complaint, appreciation over criticism. Each expression of thanks contributes to a collective atmosphere of kindness and compassion, a daily practice of abundance. Ultimately, gratitude helps us shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of thinking, "I don't have enough," we begin to realize, "I already have more than I need." This mindset cultivates peace, contentment, and joy, regardless of external circumstances. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us, gratitude is not about waiting for a perfect life. It is about noticing the perfection in the life we already have. By practicing gratitude daily, we open our hearts, strengthen our resilience, and experience a deeper sense of freedom. Closing thought. Gratitude is not just a principle to remember, it is a way of living. When practiced with intention, it transforms challenges into lessons, relationships into treasures, and ordinary days into extraordinary blessings. It is both a shield and a light, protecting us from negativity and illuminating the beauty of the present moment. By choosing gratitude, we align ourselves with peace, compassion, and abundance. And in doing so, we live not only happier lives, but wiser, more connected ones. Thank you for watching. Remember, these teachings are not just words, they're tools to transform how you live, think, and respond to life's challenges. If you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up to let us know and share it with someone who could use a little more peace in their life. Don't forget to subscribe to Mindfulness and hit the notification bell so you never miss future videos designed to guide you toward calm, clarity, and inner strength. Your journey to lasting peace begins with small steps, and you've already taken one today.